Alrighty, so for hole number 1 of the weekend round, we're gonna go with a katana and our quarterback here, but we're gonna line up at the inner ring there, that clear ring over by the rough line instead of the white ring as we did in the previous rounds because of this wind angle. We're gonna make our adjustment at 0% max and do max top with this club. Happens to be 3.8 top and 3 to the right. If you have a higher level club, still only do 3.8. No curls, just straight.
Perfect shot.
And let's go. Alrighty, our drive lines up nicely. 325. Perfect. Okay, so for the second shot or the approach shot, we're going to do the same rough bump we've been doing. We're going to come up here and add our spin, which is 2.5 to 3 to the left there. It's going to vary for everybody depending on where your drive ends up. Notice I ended up right at the hole. I'm checking where my wiggle is. Going to line up with my little bit of my red ring overlapping here. But that's okay as long as you get the wiggle and your ball guide's going through the hole. That's the important part. Make our adjustment again at 0% mid numbers. Hit perfect.
Perfect shot.
And it should come right up. This is a very consistent shot. I think I'll take it. Good start. Let's go.
Eagle.
Alrighty, so for hole number 2, we're going to play that Guardian back shot that's been rolling down that little funnel there. It's been very consistent. I made it in 2 different winds here, so it should be no problem. It's all about where you line up. We are going to line up with the dark green ring about, looks like the second line over to the right. Right at the corner there. You can see I'm making sure I'm in the right spot. Right at the corner. I'm going to do max back and 1 to the right here. Make my adjustment at 0% min numbers.
Perfect shot.
Hit perfect. Comes up here, catches that little funnel right there, rolls right to the hole. I'll take it.
Hole in 1.
Alrighty, so for hole number 3, it's a really awkward cross headwind here, and so we're going to try to do power our way to the same spot we were before for the albatross. We're going to go with 5.5 top and 0.5 to the left, and it's a no moving target. We will make our adjustment at 10% max. Now, don't worry about adjusting into overpower. I get it, it's all good. We're trying to find a certain spot to roll out from the rough, so the overpower actually will help us with our bounces. You'll see, so we don't go too far down the fairway here. So we come up here rather nicely, and if you hit a great right, I've noticed you're actually okay. If you hit a great left, you're gonna get stuck in the rough. Perfect shot there. 395. Let's go. Alrighty, so for the approach shot here, we are going to do a rough bump. We're going to do 3 top and no right or left spin. And you notice that I'm sitting in a good spot. I actually end up doing a little less than 3 because my ball guide was going way too high up on there. I do want to make sure I aim off to the right hand side, so make sure no matter what your spin is, your ball guide's going about halfway to one green square through the hole, and then make your adjustment at 10% min numbers. Here I played this at medium numbers and it dropped, but it all depends on how far you roll out. So if your rollout is really short, you're going to play mid numbers. If your rollout is really long, such as 392 or 395, you're going to play mid numbers.
Albatross.
There you go. Alrighty, so for hole number 4, we're going to play this with a Kingmaker, and we're just trying to slip in right off the side of that bunker. So we're going to go 6 top, 3 to the right, and we're going to line up, and we're not really looking at where our bounce is when we're looking at the ball guide. You see I'm moving, make sure I'm right at the edge of that bunker. I'm going to adjust this at 10% max numbers, which in this case would be 1 ring, and then I'm going to take my shot and do just an inner wall curl here just to make sure I clear the bunker.
Perfect
Comes
shot.
in perfect. Bounces, which we can't see, thanks for the trees, and look at that, skims the bunker. And I want to set my slider to 75% because I'm sure that's what we're close to, and let's go. Alrighty, so as you heard on the last video, I told you to set your slider to 75% because I do a measurement here, and I know that I'm at 75% on my club, and I have a ruler on my screen so I can check it. Very important to make sure you know your club distance when you're using a wedge. We're going to do a no spin, play this medium numbers at 10%. We're going to pull our rings. And then I always pull from above the center bullseye there because you can't see because the yellow bounce gets in the way. Here it's 1 complete ring. And make sure you hit perfect, especially with a rapier. That slow needle.
Perfect shot.
Let it go and come in center pin. Let's go.
Eagle.
Thank you for my tokens. Alrighty, so for hole number 5, we're going to play this different than we did in all the other rounds because this wind angle. We are going to push up to max here and put our yellow ring by the rough line there, do 3 to the left, and then 2.8 back. I mean, you can do 3 if you want, but 2.8 is where I was a happy spot for me because I want to make sure I'm setting up for the possible albatross drop. Play this at 10% max. Make sure you don't hit overpower because then you'll have those trees in your way. Even though I hit a great shot, we should still end up right around the 313, 314 range, which is the same exact shot from the previous round. Same distance. There we go. Let's go. Alrighty, so for the second shot, we're going to try to get this albatross drop. I've only dropped it once, and I think that was a fluke. We're going to go 2 top here, 3 to the left, and you can see I'm trying to get my ball guide to lined up with this glitchy fairway here. Then I realized I'm in the wrong spot. I want to put my ball guide on that light green square right where the heading towards the pin. So right along that green square, dark square, right in the same aisle that the pin is. We're going to play this at minus 10% max. And you're going to see I get rather close here.
Perfect shot.
I'm pretty surprised, actually. This was like a first attempt. And it came up here, slowed down, and then just inched its way closer. I think a little bit more over the perfect distance, though. You should be able to get that. Maybe practice 1 or 2 and try to dial that in. But an albatross here is huge. Alrighty, so for hole number 6, we're messing with the elevations to make sure we get this dialed in properly because it is direct headwind. So we're going to move our inner green ring up to the rough line there. Ball guide going directly through the hole. And we're going to pull here with our wind under 3.5 miles per hour. We're going to play this one at 25% min. If it's over 3.5 miles per hour, we're going to play it at 30% min numbers. And I will try to post a video if I can of one of those shots. There we go.
Hole in one.
Alrighty guys, so with this wind angle, we're going to get a little more aggressive and try to go for pin and see if we can drop this. There's a really nice funnel on the back side, so let's see how we do. We're going to put our inner green ring at max at that rough line. We're going to do 2.5 top and 2 to the left. Now, if winds are over 4 miles an hour, don't do this. Just put your yellow ring and take your eagle. But if you think you have a lower wind, try this shot in practice and see if you can get it. Your pull's going to be 10% max.
Perfect shot!
With 1 ring OP or your ball touching the bottom. Comes up here nicely, bounces, and oh my lord, bounces right off the pin. I was trying to go up and back, but you know what? I'll take that too. Almost. Good luck. Alrighty guys, this is a very tricky shot here, very technical, and this wind angle sucks because you have to make your pull very carefully. We're going up here like we did before. Our ball guide we want at the +3 spot, ball guide right to the flag, and then we're going to add our spin, which is 0.4 top, 0.2 or even 1 to the right. Now if you have higher wind, I had a wind of 4.3. You're going to want to do a little more to the right, but right now we're going to make our pull here at 5% max and make sure you hit perfect. Super important that your ball is centered in the middle there.
Perfect shot.
Bounces up, rolls up on, and there we go.
Hole in one.
Alrighty guys, for hole number 9, sorry this has taken me all day. I've just been busy with family stuff because of the holidays. But we're going to come in here and do max top, which would be 6 top and 2 to the left there. Notice I'm moving to a different spot here. I'm putting my yellow ring by the rough, and I'm trying to find my spot that I've been shooting at. With an extra mile at 8, it's right where the tip of that rock is hitting the blue ring. If you happen to use an extra mile 8, maybe that's a good reference point for you. We want to try to get a drive right around 356, 358, somewhere in that range. Would be perfect.
Perfect shot
for our albatross approach. Comes up here nicely, and this is a little divot here, so it's not going to go any further than that. 3 to 7. All right, that works. Alrighty, for the final shot of this video, we are going to come in here and play this shot at -5%. Remember, be ready to screenshot because we're going to take a look at this ball guide and where it's going to end up here. We're doing 2 back, 0.5 to the left, and I am coming directly center pin, and I'm pulling at -5% max. And this took me 3 or 4 times to get this one figured out. Ends up working out really well. Don't forget, I do have my membership giveaway where I did announce that for Christmas I will be giving away a brand new
Perfect shot.
iPad Air, which I just purchased today. That's where I was. So I'm super excited about that for all my members. Look at that. I'll take that out.
Albatross.
Let's go.